Hello everyone, this video is the second part to Michelle Moran's Egyptian collection. The other two are on the top shelf, and I just reviewed Nefertiti. And Isis is with us on the journey with the Heretic Queen. This is about Nefertari, different than Nefertiti, because Nefertari is, in this book at least, this is not really historically accurate, but if they can't prove it, that Nefertari is the niece of Nefertiti, and she's the daughter of Nefertiti's half-sister. So the 18th dynasty rulers have been killed in a fire, and Nefertari is the only one to survive. So her survival depends on pretty much marrying Ramses II, who becomes Ramses the Great. If you all know ancient Egyptian history, he is probably one of the best and most successful pharaohs, and she has a pretty nice reign alongside him and becomes chief wife before her death. He lives until like 93 or 96, so he had over 120 plus children. She gave him estimated around 6 to 8. That's, that's up in the air. But this is the story of them falling in love and having to overcome the prejudice and the bigotry that is connected with her family and with her, because she is deemed the Heretic Queen, or just a heretic in general, because of what Nefertiti did with her husband. And now under Ramses and Seti I, they have brought back all of the gods and goddesses and the high priests of Amun. So we see the dynamic of her trying to overcome bigotry, as well as trying to get together with Ramses II. What I liked about this book is, first and foremost, it is about ancient Egypt, and I love me some ancient Egyptian stories and history, rather, even if they're not historically accurate. That a lot of people might read this and say that this is too much of a jump. And yeah, it is, but it's historical fiction, and I don't think it's meant to be historically accurate. She does her best, but there's a lot of roads to connect that usually wouldn't connect, like she is Nefertiti's niece. That's not proven, and unless some stuff comes out, that's not ever going to be proven. But she was one of the most popular queens of ancient Egypt. So I really was interested in reading about Nefertari, and the description was very strong as well. And I liked learning about more of the temples and the gods and goddesses that are connected to the temples, and the corruption that we see in this book. Unfortunately, there is a lot of corruption in the Temple of Isis for this book. I'm sorry, Isis. Horrible. And I was so sad about that. But I like seeing it because that is truthful, and it really depends on who is running the show in these temples. I like that drama. That drama comes full circle at the end, and though it's dramatic and maybe not fully realistic in a way of how all of that ends, it was very entertaining. And this is a fun, entertaining book. I don't think people will read it to get a history on ancient Egypt. And that's perfectly fine. I think that fun, entertaining books are what we need so we can escape from reality. What I didn't like about this book was, though the dialogue got better, there was still a lot of adjectives. I also well, this isn't really about the book per se, but the Goodreads comments and reviews saying that this was just smut and was more historical romance than historical fiction. I didn't get that. So I was going into this book thinking that there was going to be a lot of romance and a lot of smut, but there really wasn't. There might have been, just gonna say, like 7 steamy scenes, and not long at all. It was maybe a paragraph. So I don't know where these people are coming from with that it's smut. And the build-up with Ramses and Nefertari marrying, I didn't feel the spark, and I wanted to feel a spark between them. It got there eventually, but it took a long time. And if they were in real life very much in love, wanted to see that on every page that they were together, type of thing. Also, there was one character that was very, very fascinating, very interesting in the first half, that was very prominent, and then we kind of just forget about him, and I wanted to see more because I like that character, and you'll find out who that is. Don't want to spoil it for you. And finally, I didn't find this as engaging as Nefertiti, even though I gave Nefertiti 3 stars. There were a lot more points in Nefertiti that were very engaging and I wanted to learn more about. This one, it kind of was every other page or so, where I was like, okay, there's a lot of description and I'm not sure if that needs to be in there. And so based on all that, I give this book 3 out of 5 stars. It was a fun and entertaining book, but nothing mind-blowing. But I do recommend this book if you want a fun and entertaining book about ancient Egypt. Thank you for watching part 2 of Michelle Moran's Ancient Egyptian book review, and thank you to Isis, because she wasn't very well portrayed in the Heretic Queen, but she still decided to hang out with us. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and everything that you need to know about the Heretic Queen or any of my social medias, if you want to follow that or get to know me more, is all in the description box below. Thank you for watching and have a great writing day. Bye!